Welcome to the Pachehra Talks. My name is Arun and I'm Solutions Architect, MCT, currently working with Now Intact, which is one of the best organization to work with. This is my channel and these are my views on Azure Firewall Manager. Yes, today we are going to explore Firewall Manager. So in order to understand what it is, we just come up with this hypothetical scenario which will help us to understand what it is. So let's get started. So what is Azure Firewall Manager? As the name says, this is a manager for the Azure firewalls, not exactly wall, but the walls if you have multiple firewalls. But nowadays, that's how we are going to manage everything. So do not get confused. Just stay with me. I'm going to take you through the scenario and then you will be able to understand why this service is introduced, what is the purpose and how it can help us. So this is the scenario. Let's suppose there is an organization and they have their cloud infrastructure spread across multiple Azure regions. Right? As you see in the diagram, these are region 1, region 2, region 3. It's a hub virtual network for this region. They have multiple other environments like dev and prod, similarly, right? Region 3 and region 1. And they have all have their own individual firewalls. Now, these each environment requires rules for the firewall, right? What kind of rules? Well, two kinds of rules. Set of firewall rules to control traffic flow and ensure security. That's the basic need of the firewall, basic property of the firewall. However, there are common security policies as well, right? For each environment, there are like unique set of policies and there are common security policies which are applied in all the regions. It's the basic stuff, general stuff. Common could be like blocking a traffic from a known malicious IP address of a particular domain. Unique could be for dev environment. There are some unique rules applied on the firewall so that dev people can work appropriately. And production has more tightly bound securities. So what are the challenges that we see in such kind of setup when there is no firewall manager? Of course, only then we can understand the value, the importance of firewall manager. The very first thing that we see here is managing these individual Azure firewall instance for each environment and region can be very complex, time consuming, duplicacy of the work, a lot of things, a lot of manual efforts. So we can say complexity could be one of the challenge. Then what we see when we are doing a lot of manual thing in multiple locations, so there would be a problem of consistency for sure. So ensuring consistent security policy implementation across all firewalls is of course gonna prone to human error, potentially leaving parts of the network vulnerable. So inconsistency, it might lead to the issue with the compliance, it might lead to some other relevant issues regarding to the organization policies because a lot of manual work is involved, a lot of duplicate work is involved. There are different and different regions, different time zones, a lot of things going on, right? So inconsistency. Then what else you can think of? Well, definitely updating common policies across multiple firewall instances requires repetitive effort, uh, a lot of time, and increasing the risk of inconsistency, as we mentioned. So it will burden our admins with a lot of operational overhead. Operational overhead. Okay, so these are a few challenges that we can think of as of now, but there could be many more. So what are the solution or what is the solution? Well, solution is written right here, right? That's the reason we're just trying to understand. So now we can easily relate what firewall manager can do for us. So what Firewall Manager can do for us? It can help us to solve these challenges, first of all. So what it will do, it will create a centralized security policy that includes the common rules to block malicious traffic. This policy is managed from a single location. That's why it's a centralized security policy. Then automatically apply this central policy to all the Azure Firewall instance across different regions and environments, ensuring uniform security posture. So complexity is gone, inconsistency is gone, because it will apply automatically to all the firewall instance, same kind of policies. So uniform security posture, right? And then finally, it will simplify the process of updating security rule. Any changes to the central policy are automatically propagated to all managed firewall instances. So simplify the management and updation and update. Now, let me give you an example to understand the benefit of this thing. Let's suppose there is a new threat that is identified, okay? And an IP address needs to be blocked across the organization. The security team updates the central policy in the Azure Firewall Manager. So let's suppose we have Azure Firewall Manager right here in one of the subscription. Azure Firewall Manager. Now what will we do? We will simply update the policy here at one place. IP is blocked here, and it will apply to this firewall, to this firewall, to this firewall. So that simply means all the firewalls has that information instantaneously, rather than going manually updating one and going on second, and when you're going to third, your shift is over, you're gone, the other guy is coming, there's a delay in hours. So that's not a good thing for the organization. Vulnerability for time being. So this update is automatically applied to all Azure Firewall instances, ensuring immediate and consistent protection across the entire cloud environment without manually updating each firewall. So that's why we use Firewall Manager. Now, let me take this piece from here and put it right here, so that we can talk about other important things on the Firewall Manager that we should be aware of. So if we have to uh, understand further, what is Firewall Manager? Azure Firewall Manager is a tool within Azure Security Services designed to streamline the administration of network security policy. It allows organization to manage multiple Azure Firewall instances from a single pane of glass, ensuring consistent security policy enforcement and simplified network routing configuration across the Azure footprint. So I hope this is helpful. You guys are getting what it is, and you can also define it in your language, in your terms, as per the understanding of this particular scenario that we talked about, or we can try to do it again. All right, so Azure Firewall Manager is a security management service. Okay, that's what it is helping us doing, solving all these challenges. So it's a security management service. We can say that for the multiple Azure Firewall instance that we can easily manage from a single place, centralized policy talked about. So security management service that provides a central security policy and route management for cloud-based security perimeters. It simplifies the management and configuration of Azure Firewall instance across multiple subscription and virtual network, as we have shown here. So you can define it like that as well. All right, so I think this is pretty clear. What is Firewall Manager? What are the challenges it solves, and why we need it? We need it for the centralized management. We need it for the consistency in security policy, and we need it for the automated policy application. The example of the IP address needs to be blocked. So yeah, that's all about Azure Firewall Manager for now. There's a lot of things we can try to perform in lab once the subscription is enabled. For now, that's all about it. Thank you for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.